taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top.
Hey tankers, Banzi here. So today we have Limeys, or the Limes or Limeys? Anyway, he's better known as Dog in the 1OSLB clan, but this is his UK account. I mean, he's with the HRNGY clan, driving his Hellcat on Sand River in an encounter battle, tier 6, tier 5. So top tier TD. I truly love the Hellcat. I really do. It is one of the first tanks I point out in Battle Pass at tier 6. Because it's just, we just have a love-love relationship, all right? Sometimes it's a love-hate, but hey, isn't that the way it always is? Encounter battle. Well, Dog sent this to me, and he, had some comments in his email about things he thought he'd done right, things he thought he'd done wrong, and asked me to kind of give some feedback on it. Now, I don't give a lot of feedback on players. I'm more showcase games because it's not that I don't feel like I know what I'm doing, but when I look at a game, I look at it as what would I do if I played it, right? And sometimes I can be a little harsh. And I've already recorded this once, and I felt I was being a little overly critical. And I don't want to come across being overly critical. I want to approach this like I did when I was coaching hockey, when we'd go over video of a game, and that's to show what was going on outside of where you were at. Okay. And the one thing about coaching the players in hockey that I learned was try to get them to use their vision. The eyes were so important. The knowing, the situational awareness of what's going on around you. And one of the toughest things I had to do in this game, and it's taken me quite a while, but I think I've improved it quite a bit, was paying attention to this little box down here and actually taking the time and looking at it, moving my eyes to see what is going on over here. Because you can get so focused on what's coming, what's at the end of your barrel and what's in front of you, that you lose total situational awareness around here. Now I got that because of Guido 1212. I mean, he drilled that into my head with every video I watched of his, every video I sent to him. That was it, So I'm gonna say that right now. You seem to lose situational awareness throughout this game, and where the battle is at. All right, so. Again, back to encounter. It takes 4 minutes and something seconds to cap out an encounter game at one player. All right. So even if you get 3 on there, it's still going to take almost 2, maybe 3 minutes to cap it out. So reason I don't play encounter is because there's always somebody on the team who thinks we need to cap this out. And no, you don't. You don't. You do towards the end of the game if you're trying to flush somebody out. But you're going to get on cap in this game when I think you could have been far more useful somewhere else. All right. Anyway, you spawned over there in the northwest, and here we go. I'm going to try not to be overly critical. If I come across critical, I apologize. That is not my intention, but I'm going to grade this on the way that I would play it. So we see that we have a lot of people moving up north, all right, and not a lot of people moving down south. But you're going to go over here. You're going to shove your arty out of the way for some reason. I don't know what you were looking at. But anyway, as we can see, their Jagdpanzer and their AMX-12 have already gotten up on the hill to light up. You've got 3 mediums moving up to the A line, which is generally what happens. The A line is a battle spot for mediums. Then you got the Trench of Death. You got this little hill here and the opposite little hill on the other side. But since they made the changes to the Trench of Death, this hill has become rather moot, except for guys like that. All right, so you get that lucky, I'm going to be a light tank and roll out there, but he was slow and didn't get there in the first place. So he gets evaporated. Now we're going to watch the base. It's you and a Covenanter and a T-34 over here. It's early enough in the game that there may still be somebody coming over this direction, so you got to be prepared for it. I don't fault you for this coming here right now. But I think where the situational awareness is starting to show is you're not seeing what's going on over in the 6-7 line. So we got a, what is that? A Chinu. All right. Well, usual Hellcat fashion. The first shot dives into the dirt. And there you go. You got a shot into him. Now the velocity of these shells is just horrible. All right, so you have to account for that. It's a 3-3 game. You got a T1 heavy over there. Okay, Covenator's got him lit, but you can't do anything to him because he's way outside your draw range. I think you were thinking about maybe a blind shot into him. But you got buildings. And the T1 heavy he's backing out of there pretty quick. He doesn't want to be there. Type 34 and the Covenator have got him lit up. Now you've lost all your mediums up top. Their medium looks like the Pudel have decided to pull out of there. There's an M6, a Churchill, an AMX-12T, and a KB2 over there that we can see. You got some heavies down in the ditch of death. All right, so at this point, this is where the situational awareness is. I was watching the game and looking at the mini map. I was going, hey, there's something you want to pay attention to. And my thought process, as we zoom up here, is these guys over here. All right, your OI and your Churchill 1. You can't even see who they're fighting. All right, we got the M6. Looks like he's coming around this over here. All right, now there's two things I think you could do to help these guys. A, you could get down here in these bushes. That would give you some shots into at least the M6 and that, maybe the KB2. All right, or you could drive all the way around and get up on these dunes, which would again give you some shots. Or you could come over here, which again would give you some shots. All right, but I think that's where the situational awareness is showing. I thought maybe you were going to do it, but then you roll back out here. You really invested in this Chinu. T-34 and the Covenator are working the K line, keeping the KB or the T1 heavy honest. The OI is getting hit by the Churchill 1. Maybe Artie, maybe they're just lighting him up and Artie's punishing that poor guy. Churchill 1 is not sure what he's doing. Your heavies over there really not being that useful. They're probably just getting obliterated by Artie. Now we see that we got a Pudel that's going to come raging down this line. The Tiger 131 has moved into the ditch. There's the Chinu. There's your fixation. Pudel's going to take on the T-34 and the Covenator. T-34 decides, you know what? I'm going to move in on him. And drive-by shooting, And the Covenator's going to fly in behind him. T-34. So now the Poodle's got himself in a crossfire. And rat-a-tat-tat, he's down. Type 34. I want to say, I think he ammo racked him based on the explosion. Now, maybe you thought that the Churchill and the OI could hold off the KV-1. And they seem to be doing that at this moment. I agree. All right, there goes the Chinu. Oh, Churchill's down. KV-2 took out the Churchill 1. AMX-12T took out the Chinu. And you're sitting back here. Your T-34 and your Covenator are already pushing in. There's a full health VK, full health Giro, full health Tiger 131, full health KV2. I mean, all their team is full health. You guys are beat up a little bit. So my thought here was like, okay, he's going to move in and maybe kind of clean up the middle. I thought maybe you'd use the buildings and we get some shots on the Tiger 131. You see the VKH over there. AMX-12 is over there trying to... And okay, hold on. So you lost your OI. The AMX-12 and the KV-2 are... Well, the AMX-12T is trying to take on their 12T and the KV-2. All right? And there's nothing behind him except two Artie. Your T-34 and your Covenanter are pushed in, but I don't think they really have what it takes to want to push any further. And you're on base. Now, 4 minutes. 4 minutes and some odd seconds to get this thing done. You know, the KV-2 could drive across this map and shoot you in 4 minutes and some odd seconds. I don't know. My thought process, I'm still thinking you should have gone over and fought the KV-2 and those guys. I think you could still be very helpful over there. At least distract that AMX-12T on their side, because he's going to come for you at that point, right? And maybe get some shots into him. He's full health. Your MX-12T is less than half health. You know, it's just not looking good. And you chose to come over here and hide on the base. I'm thinking over there would have been your best bet. Yeah, because they're down in the lowlands, right? So maybe even, I don't know. Looking at this again, maybe it wasn't a smart move, but I would have gone over there because I'm looking at this the way I would have played, right? I see that you at least look over there. The KB2 is a one hit. You could have hit him with HE. The Artie's down. Oh, your AMX-12T is just getting raped by the other AMX-12T. It's not going to be good. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. I mean, your AMX-12T should have peeled out of there to fight for another, lived to fight for another day. T-34 is taking on the VK and the Gyro, and there goes your AMX-12T. All right, what now? Well, your Artie's not moving. Well, the M41's moving. You've decided you want to head back. Right decision? Yeah, maybe. Again, I wouldn't have been over in that area. There's nothing over here. The Covenanters come back towards base. You're not going to light them up, and you're already certainly not going to see them. And where they're at, you can't even help them, to be honest with you. Now we got a Tiger 131 on the base. So that time that you were on base, you took your gun out of it. And the time that you spent over here, you've taken your gun out of the game. Now you're going to take your gun out of the game even more. By shooting buildings. Trying to light up a tank that honestly is outside your view range. Now maybe you're hoping the Covenanter lights him up. I don't know. But you can't count on that because he is all over the map right now. And now he's down in the ditch of death, so he's not going to help you at all. You just keep trying to take them buildings down. Better bet what you're going to do later is come back over here and use the dunes to light this guy up. I think you realize it, but you realize it after wasting how many shots? 10 shots? And all that time. AMX-12T is down on their side, so at least their eyes are gone. Your Covenanter is still rolling around. KB2 has disappeared somewhere. BK3001H is hiding in the back, taking out your T-34. So, I mean, it's all, you guys are giving up hit points, but your team has managed to cause some damage. Right? Covenanter looks like he's looking for the KB2. You're rolling around over here. Gonna roll up on the hill. Which gets you spotted. Now, the Tiger just gets absolutely obliterated by your Artie. Thank you, Artie. You got some assistance on that. You're going to find out that it wasn't the Tiger 131 that lit you up. Because the closer you get, you're going to start lighting them up. And, of course, the Covenanter is now coming back to overlook the base. And, whoa, what do we see? We got the Gyro, and the BK3001H over here. Getting some spotting damage, which is always good. He's running and hiding. BK's looking at you. Artie says hello. You already says hello back to him. Bam, bam. 2 shots. Covenanters in the bush behind them. No spotting the KV2 at this point. And now you guys have it down to an Artie, a Heavy, and a TD. DK301H is down. And you're doing what? KV2 takes out one of your Artie. He's looking for the Artie. Looks like you're going Artie hunting. Artie hunting we will go. A hunting we will go. Meanwhile, the Giro is still full health. Looks like the Covenanter's moving in on the KV2. Trying to clear up the near deads. Do a little wiggle wiggle. Spotted the grill. He spotted you first. All right, he's loaded and ready for you. There's the KV2. He's down. Covenanter gets him. You fire, he fires. Both of you miss. You kept on driving, luckily. Push the advantage. Auto aim, fire. There's HE shell in the ass end. Another HE shell, and the Artie is down. Now, you and the Covenanter for the Giro. Gyro, whatever. Gyro. Maybe it's Gyro. The Japanese TD. In all honesty, you should be the sniper, and the Covenanter should be the person lighting them up. But you're going to push in. He's going to push in. You're going to try and light this bad boy up. Maybe Artie can give you guys some help. There he is. Hit reverse. Oh, and take a shot. You don't manage to return the favor. Your engine's knocked out. He's moving in for another one. And honestly, it's the fact that you got lucky there because your game should have been over. Honestly, it shouldn't have been. It should have been. The one thing I found about the Hellcat is, it's, I would have gotten up tight and poked around and shot. Now your engine's damaged. Covenanter's not. He's got him turning around on you. Artie's in on him again. Now you're going to get down low, which honestly is probably one of the best things you could have done, but you still haven't fixed your engine. Now he's caught between 2 tanks. I don't know what the Covenanter's doing. We'll have to look at his spotting damage because I think he might have just been trying to do a spotting mission or something. I don't know. He put a shot into the Gyro. He's coming over the hill. And reloaded. Artie's in on him. And the Covenanter does the final shot. But that's victory. All right, well, you got a third class. You got spotter. You got fire for effect. 89,441 in crits. 8,705 in experience. 869 in damage. I see you just left so much on the plate. Just, in my opinion, just so much on the plate. And 1 kill for 700 base experience. So puts you in what? 5th position for base experience. Easily down in 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there for damage because you left so much on the plate. Covenanter, what did he get? 531 assistance. Wow. You fired 20 shots. Of those 7 hit, of those 7 penetrated. So 7 of 7 for the hits to penetration. 13 shots into nowhere. I think 13 shots went into buildings. You did 371 from 300 meters out, which I think you could have gotten a lot more if you had just read the minimap. Got some great assistance. So really, the assistance is what saved you. Otherwise, you'd have been down here in the lower nether regions of the team, I think. Got some credits, made some really good experience. Reasonable map play, maybe. Excuse me. I think it was just situational awareness, seeing what was going on. I think it could have been far more useful up north. That's in my opinion. That's where I would have gone. It may or may not have worked. I think you took yourself out of the game on a lot of it. But you know that's my opinion, and I'm not faulting your game. I think yes, you had an okay game. Any win is a win. I'll take a win. I don't care how bad it is. I like to be towards the top of the damage or the experience side, you know, so that you can at least get some battle pass points. But you know, any win is a win, and basically compared to the way my games have been going lately, that's a good thing. You did make a note down here. Think I did quite well for reading the map. Yes and no. I think you did quite well for initially reading the map, going to an area where you were initially needed to be. But then when nothing was happening there and your Covenant and your T-34 had pushed so far down, not seeing what was going on with your heavies, I think that was where you made your error. Where to play and when to push. I'm going to say I don't agree with those two, to be honest with you. Lighting up the last tank, etc. Got a third class, but okay. Yeah, you went after the RD. He went after the KV2. You should have had that KV2 out a long time ago. You know, by moving around, getting in position. You know, once you saw that Pudel had moved out of there, out of north, and your vehicle's up north, you could have moved up there and gotten some shots on the KV2. You know, anything to help that AMX-12T and the OI. I think that would have been the better bet. I'm going to harp on that. But all in all, yes, okay game. I will agree. It was an okay game. So anyway, that's Limeys, better known as Dog, and from the HRNGY clan in his M18 Hellcat on Sand River in an encounter battle. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't like the video, hit the don't like button. But let me leave a comment. All right, I'm gonna beg and plead here, guys. Comments. I need comments. I'm getting a lot of views. I like that. I enjoy that. I appreciate it. But leave me your comments. Tell me what you're thinking. Am I totally off base, or did I give a good review? You know. Anyway, that's all I got. This is Banzi Duck out.